Democracy, I'm a moya. Yes, it's the move. Yeah, yes, it's the move. Democracy, I'm a moya. Yeah, yes, it's the move. Party politics for great power. Pretty me the pay up CCA. That's all about my own cost. Memo, boy, Funkwa, Gana Memo, Numa Panina, Riakota, Cassia, the Profuacasia. I'm going in unemployment. Employees is work at the answer. Sign your democracy. Memo, democracy. Oh, I wish you Ghana, boy. Send it so Dominic Mora. Democracy, I'm a moya. You may yes, the moon. I'm progressive, you may yes, democracy, I'm a moya. You may yes, brothers in a frustration. Now I receive accommodation, I have to wait. State farms in human echo, Oliga come big factories, our own canneries, Kumasa shoe.
Africa Media 24/7.
Housing corporation, Commander Sugar Factories. SCC, Niboni Bani, and in the only I go send you mention. Baby, I unemployment. Come for Bonnie's mind, was
The best online radio in Dallas-Fort Worth. Africa Media 24/7.
Welcome to Africa Media 247. You are live on air. Democracy, I'm waving the same one. This is Hit Point live airborne.
Party politics for great power. Pretty me the pay up CCA. That's all about my own cost.
Let me say very good evening to you out there. Good morning to you wherever you are. Good evening to you. Good morning, my listeners from Australia. This is live and airborne. Hit Point. No, that's good.
Democracy. Oh, I wish you Ghana, boy. Send it so Dominic Mora. I'm a moya. You may yes, I'm wrong. See, I know. You may yes, I'm a moya. You may yes, brothers in a frustration. Now I was some accommodation. I had to wait. State farms in human echo, Oliga big factories.
State farms, new go. At the end, of course, democracy. I'm going. At the end, of course, oh my. On the four, now me catch those. Side because we are live and airborne. I want to say we are live on Subscribe to the YouTube channel, share, and let others also benefit from our discussion today.
Africa Media 24/7.
To the pain of PCCA. That's what Poman Coswo. Memo, boy, Funkwa. Gana Mamu, Mapanina rap. Sorry, I could take a scene of Wakasia. Mambuning in unemployment. Employees is work at the answer. Sign your democracy. Yeah, democracy. Oja, Irish, Ghana, boy.
The best online radio in Dallas Fort Worth. Africa Media 24/7.
Democracy, I'm progressing, democracy, brothers in a frustration. Our some accommodation I had away. State farms in Humaneco, Oliga come big factories. Some canneries, Kumasa shoe factories. State housing corporation, Commander sugar factories. Yes, see, penny bonny bunny, and it down bonny a good send you mention. Baby, I unemployment. Come for bonny, see your mind, boy. Was so with you.
Your order for so humano ethical kakra. We are back again and we are going straight to our discussion for the day. Today we'll be looking at the missing 105,927 liters of petrol at all. And also we'll be looking at the anti-LGBTQ 1++ bill. And then also we will also be looking at why are some of the president nominees for the MMDCs being rejected by the people. Join us on YouTube. Join us on Facebook. We are live and airborne. And then Deputy Communication Director NDC New York chapter. Samson ye regular panelist Ifa Ameya and so on. So when you if out menka
Penny Meton count, Timenka.
Ton kapa na ofaya onse otemenka.
Beton kapa.
Yo. And then so madam was say someone brena money a bit komo. Mbachire mo adwen afa and someone ekoso o man Ghana mu platform where is for the development of Ghana and Africa. And therefore this platform is devoid of insult. We bring you the information as it is, not authentic information. And let me say, you are live on YouTube and you are live on Facebook as well. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the link, let your friend be part of the discussion. So, Minya Amiao, missing first, yeah, for to asemno and sensemno any kind. Yes, again, I cause you a talk.
Your Penimidasi, I bet you at you for. I bet you at 4. Of I sure I will say a year to me, Wababe Johnny. Open your dasi, a queen out with your Mayan, Danny Dia Baha, a Babe, Shaquan Befaswa, Yenina, ever contributed towards the development of the country.
Absolutely.
So tall, dear, and your first time I heard titi we are and one of the things are a cut across all the institutions in the country about education sector about
right.
So your horn man at all for the paper so more internal some people have been interdicted now over a period of time said you know na many intimately reading specifics and I think so letter no hold them.
Yes.
Yeah. But tonight say fuel be ya good wrong yimu it be evaporated. You can say evaporated as a yentiasu yentino. On say ayana unsa sa water gas I won't say na sa no shipa antino sa wan katasu ya.
Yes.
A come from anim I had to say gas no or evaporate a gas not what obeti omo say yes omo koto niema bi na niema na omo koto ye no na omo keka ho nsɛm bebree akoso ache akoso ache na eba ne say na ne ye na de ne say ye tu ho anamon say e be si ano what I say I Napoye one politician in the country who said are very efficient in management, in governance, and putting the right things in place. Napo doesn't play politics, baby, or backup. No. You'll be surprised to know that Napo was one of the ardent supporters of the Mleblo. So if people don't know what. Napo the supporter because he believed in what the man was doing. He thought the man was on the right path, and that we should follow through with the law. So he was really behind the scene, making sure, Charlie, no. You know, this and this and this, the man worked, but Emra. And when if Napo is taking action, you see through and you see transparency or the above public for all of us to know what is happening and action are taking in terms of interdict amount for the processes to go on for us to clean it up. Are very important. What I say, we need to clean up. We need to clean up most of these institutions, inefficiencies and petrol, akogu baby any say akogu. Mixing in a way any say mixing. One will say a specialized in a place. So say what the diesel of petrol, what the way all these kind of say we load to this tank load to another tanker a problem but also the rate at which these things occur what you say obi to hold deliberately this adwuma we said the bear be kwakoton cheaper and I say you benya akoba bi fufuro na omade akoye enemo omoye so and as a country no say hu sa ne manima we na yentu ho anamo yenye mfiri honom na yan clear system no of all these people and prosecute then now we shall manfo kutupa and akoso. So for me this is a good call. We must all embrace it. Obia bekabi. But when we are discussing this, let's discuss it devoid of politics because at too much. So I say. Now anytime we are discussing issues to do with such nature no. An area be a young civil servants. And civil servants, the politicians, obi or heart na ho number 20 years, 30 years. Wakati across all these politicians. And it looks as if say they have some form of clique be around. Now they find their way to keep the status quo going. And we must look at that aspect now. In as much as some of these politicians they want to abuse the system now. We must also watch these and conform to 40 years and a rot education sector and energy sector. Ubeko lands, ubeko all these HSA. Ubi a mat na one year and one chese can kind of pray and qua na ekosusa. I hope said your mind take for it's not just going to be a year or medical, but they will end up in prison, they will end up collecting whatever money we need to collect for the development of the country. But that's it.
Yo, me da se also do adwan ba watch adwan fa tons and something offer you. This kind of problem has been there for a very long time. I didn't mean solve our problem. The biana yabeti yes lose way yes mixing 105,927 liters of petrol. What is the problem?
Thank you very much. Mami fasa kwenye isu na minchia mi co-panelist.
Right.
I'm saying my meeting with Dow. I think he was the one I met when I came there. I don't know whether it was a different person.
Yeah.
TF was
okay.
Good. Nice meet you again. TF was so. Efa to one seminary. In fact, so one kasa waka we start here and what made mention of it a TSC. You see, if you look at this current government now, from the initial stage, mobile and you start to say encountering this kind of problem, contaminated fuel here, this number of liter of fuel, you debate to mistakenly the petrol diesel moon, you do fraha, and you say ton. And then they will make sure say they are selling those products in a line to people that are have companies that are associated in government. You can imagine, say, if you could recall, say that time now contaminated fuel no buy no companies are yaton amo mumponi a company and now they were not even existing. You are registered within a short time, no, which is affiliated to people that are in government, omuna yaton sa oil nama. Have you seen it? This is telling you, say, all that is happening, calculated. What they say, it is a way of in the form of calculating it in order to amass wealth from the government, amass wealth from the nation, and let me put it that way. And that is what is going on from day one, because contaminated yaka enjaida. Maminchi wan doing kwa di ebisu kakra. Proud to the first manager of the tour, which is Alfred Obin, right? You could recall, say, at a point in time when Nasembe, when he was in the news all over, when people were calling for his the president should drop him and stuff, Kennedy Japan came out and made a comment. And me, I see that thing to be one of the reasons why the country is not moving on well. What did he say? Or say, Alfred Obin or can say yes, President in Pamuno ni Nasifono. Tama no more opposition no mu here sika dia rani party na come into government no.
Right.
Alfred Obin and the sika the sponsor party no or support with greater part of his work. That is why they were able to come to government. And it is right, say Alfred Obin occupied that position. Are you getting the analogy I'm trying to make here? And once Alfred Obin too, it is known, say, by the kingpins of the party, say, was sponsor a lot, And I didn't do baby a sika one or in fast or repeat from it. And part of yes, so as soon as Alfred Obin assume position in talk every day, look, you can count the number of scandals that we had under him. Just because you want to what? You want to pay back. Wow. And this, I'm using this as a reference, and this is not the only thing. It cuts across all the government sector. It means that the president have rewarded people that he thinks have helped him financially to be able to come to government. And at the end of the day, they are reaping from the state. And this is what is going on. So what you say? Now share we there to when share all the department. Share Obiba PPA ni na for. Yeah, appointing ono na the sika one na yimu nyina na do about 20,000 Ghana. And so at the end of the day, then you here our government, our dollar account, our CDs account, amassing wealth of millions. What do you say? And this is what is going on in government. If the government is taking over now, let's try to make this simple calculation and see. Let's see when we are talking about corruption. Mr. Host, make me about 100 and over scandals. And these are not alleged, they are things that are happening. What you are saying? And the president himself comes in to clear some of them that every Ghanaian can see. Yagani said they have been stealing, they have been thief-free here. But the government will come and the president himself, let me use that, not the government. The president will come and speak and tell us, oh no, there hasn't been anything. The person should go scot-free. And this is why
this issue way back from NDC up to this time was that we are looking at it from the development point of view. Why is it that this kind of problem has become a perennial thing? From one administration to the other, we keep on getting scandals and scandals. What is this, and what is the way forward that the tour management could be better?
Thank you very much. The way forward, okay, let me do it and I'll address that. So if you look at it now, like I was saying, This government, in fact, it is a government that came into power, said he was coming to check corruption. Mebuana. He said he was coming to protect the public. Is that not the words of President Akufo-Addo? And if that is the words of President Akufo, and he made it clear to that, if you want to make money, don't join my government. That is another statement from him. But if you look at these two words that America says, yeah, every president from the horse's home mapper, are we seeing that today? It is completely an irony. People that are following him are just amassing wealth, and he himself, the public purse that he says is coming to protect, he has rather he has opened the door for all his appointees to loot everything from the coffers of the nation. That is why we are suffering today. We are bleeding today. We don't have anything. As I'm speaking right now, we have to use about 80% of our total revenue to service debt. Left with 20%. Which one are we going to use to develop the nation? So the country is broke completely, and it is through all this. Let me give you a typical example. In 2016, am I on air? In 2016, when the auditor report came, when we saw things that were not going well in government, it amounted out to 4 billion. And also you're aware of it. That was corruption scandals. Now, Abba Bema say, these things need not to be like that. Auditors report 4 billion, which was bad, Meboa. All those monies could have been used, accounted for to do something for the nation. Some say a good idea, Meboa. This government was the one who campaigned that he was coming to save, he was coming to protect the public purse, and he was coming to do better and make sure say those leakages no after system no Meboa. Yes, I think to Abamano. And now, as I speak, speak today, 12-point-something billion NAA Sika Mkrofo bottom between 2017 to 2021. Look at the difference. Which government is performing better in terms of controlling, making what we call which government is trying to help say corruption? Thank you very much. What you are saying? So the problem is that doing the comparison for 2016, that President Mahama and this, let me use that word. They are corrupt and everything. Today, 4 billion. I'm not saying that's not what I'm saying. Comparing to 12-point-something, almost 13 billion. Which one is who is causing more financial loss to the state? Are you getting it? I'll answer your question, Meba. So I'm just trying to make this thing here for the audience to listen. So if you look at what is going on in this government, when the government promises that he was coming to protect the public purse, and if you know you want to make money, don't join my government. We are seeing completely a different thing altogether. The government is looting from the purse of the nation for his party cronies and friends. And that is why we are where we are today. And happening and then Mr. Tikachiro, it's not before the NDC era. I'm not saying before NDC exit government in 2016. I'm not saying there wasn't corruption. Mr. Host, this is not what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the level of corruption on which all of us spoke against it, and that is why President Akufo-Addo rode on to become president. We are seeing the worst today. 4 times is happening in this government. Have you seen it? So the only thing we can do, as I'm now coming to your question, to make sure that these things are not, it doesn't continue again, is to make sure that we change the government. Because if we are doing comparison, just opposing this government to that of President Mahama and the NDC, of which we said, and then the then opposition leader, President Akufo-Addo, who said everything under the government was corrupt. Today, if you are doing the comparison, even a toddler in the country can tell you that they prefer Mahama's government to this. Because this one, there is no way anything like any individual or anybody in the country can say this government is in to protect the public purse. Today, as I speak, look at where our debt is still up to. Have you seen it? The only thing we could have remaining is about 20%. And what can you use that to develop a country? You can't. They have borrowed, they are stealing the money in the coffers, and they are borrowing, packing it down, accumulating debt. When they told us point blank that they are not going to borrow, that also engineered Ghanaians that, oh, let's give him the chance. Because already they accused President Mahama of borrowing. Oh, if we are going to get a government that is not going to borrow and everything is going to be money, financial, this is going to be raised here to develop the country, why shouldn't we give him that chance? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? And the vice president by then also told Ghanaians that I work in Bank of Ghana. The money is here. It takes only lazy government to be borrowing. Today, what are we doing? What are they doing? Is the money still not in Ghana? Mahama left government. It was I'm coming. Mahama, when he was leaving, it was 120 billion. All right?
Yeah.
120. Today is what? 360 something going to 400 billion. Look at the difference. The amount that they have borrowed within 5 years. Are you getting it?
Yeah. Breno Ason, you best have also for okay. Mr. Ifamia war and some yenubi a rebuttal for the okay.
And me pacho, oh, there, mommy 30 seconds. Now, me we now or mommy 30 seconds. I want to sum up with this. Anna, you still want me to stay off?
Yeah.
Just 30 seconds.
Mesa also. Okay. Why? If I were to minka. Just 2 minutes for rebuttal. You move on.
You made that say. I think, sir, your banner development of the country, you stick it to a lingering problem. What I say now, Wabaha na waka say Nana Akufo-Addo na Kromfo na ye. Say pa Kromfo wa Ghana won NDC for led by Mahama. And if we want to go on that tangent, we will go on that tangent. Mamen Kancho saving the public person. And I will call the political history of Ghana now for a year Kromfo politically. I actually magum ye NDC for Oko kan almost mails na onye mails na onye den. Unim sa Kromfo wa aban mu na se wanchi o man to man. What I say, wo ankasa na wo ye Kromfo. Nti Kofo baaye no NDC fo Kromfo ba chi o mutumu. Na na do baaye NDC fo Kromfo ya ka bebre wu metuma bobodin Abuga Pele Dana Bodakwe Kwame Pepra enom ne adnade. Enti no NDC fo no what they normally do ni so omkotena kuku hill no ma kuku. What I say? No ma dintrafa nipa ho asai character asai eno ntina wo ba hwe ya ba bam mo masesa kwaku anyi do hu ne ye friend Salotejo Kob no mkopa akufo acho o maja akufo ya pa ucho it boniti yawo ye said that could intro fa ho and it is the same thing they doing now. The thieves in the Ghana, the thieves that are hunting the nation, they are in NDC. The criminals are in that party. They are infested. You want to be and yet that didn't mean South the court. And no two better or months and some no more can in Anya a year court a your man are partner baby no more cuckoo in the 08 elections. Or more can you intro a printy papers. And I could form no my way were on betina bamu 8 years about the ball chrono ever ball minor. As some banner can. Oh no, person said even told the crown the first appointed person you have heard of. Who told you that? As far back as Omoya reporting, as far back as 2015, 2016, and now over 2,000 tons, over 2,000. Over 252,000 and a year. Yeah, but 2016, no, na ayedada na ekwadada. Now between 2016 and 2015, 38 and a motoma online since and your chrono 7 no. And yenda braba 7 no. Oba betna person pontificate as him say. Once I said I may submit here, I didn't want to mention any I didn't want to mention him. But Oba be na we mu no ma disca. Now, when Obi a comfort, when you comfort Mahama, your friend is saying, internationally, you crab and say, on person, which I say, Yakle will be a haunt, Yakle Mahama. Your friend is saying, Airbus scandal. Obi or by Okase saving the public press. Mobile and some baby, Yibia, by ye Pesicadia, I am money, ya, Musibas Brandon, Musiwayomi, a sika fufro, Nancy, yes, 17, $1.2 billion. A confirm a chain with 1.2 billion. And uncommon the coffee, you buy no penny, me, you buy no, not on my you wrote Sika, about was a certificate of completion by Jessica. 11 billion, you could not 5 billion, I come by Joe Mahama opinion, you buy a Casao. The corruption has been a lingering problem, and a bet was passing an uncle. What I say, we must speak to how we fix this. And not come here and pontificate, say, will be woman or boo. You're more canning I and tro. Mobile Burma, you are not able to prove. You shall comfort your criminals. When this don't go on that tangent. Now you're discussing problems so passionately and then fix it. Other than what Babe, you know how Babe say, you know. I come for any changes for me. Some more politically move and on records. Create loot and share one muntin at the buy. And your muntra. Please. So let's address the issue other than pointing fingers. What I said. Because we're about chronosemic criminality, will be a man this for.
That's it. Namika would say Michael J. Michael J is watching us live from Chicago. He says, kudos to you guys. You are all on point. Sana Michael J. Eka Tremo. I say, Sansona Ohineba Osunoba Ghana. I say, International Chico. Minister Benye, I'm watching you live. Sansona Prince Adumbi also watching live from UK, United Kingdom. And Charles Jesse Beckon is also watching us live from Ghana. Miniano Mechiamupi, Madam Wasisemu, Enya Brena Mutie. Share the program, let you bring all your comments and let you be part of this conversation. Ofaya.
Yes, sir.
2 minutes. Rebata.
Okay. Medasi. Utie dia binuane Canada na me say ya be Ukraine because you say how we are going to solve the problem, right? That was the question. And the fact is that when NDC was in government, that is why I made reference to that. When NDC was in government, this government, the main campaign message to the people was to come and then fix the system because President Mahama was seen as corrupt. Mebuana, Mr. Host, are you not aware of this? He was corrupt. Everything that he was doing, there was scandals. He was mentioning Woyome. So we expect you once you are coming. That's why I'm quoting his own words that I'm coming to protect the public purse. Are you, my code is, are you aware from the words of your own president that I'm coming to protect the public purse? And if you want to be rich, don't join my government. Is that not what he told us? Today, as we speak, into we're expecting, say, we who say, oh, maybe a President Mahama buying the yeah, corruption near the and about bad branding and about then and then me the list is so I cannot even mention the list we are talking about. About 125 of them. Mighty corruption. Ameri, just say me Boba, what do we call it? PDS. You are aware, we are aware of it. Me say me Bobo so dia, and then I am program no. So what you say? And no that me can stress every person me say. You say what is the way forward? When somebody who campaign on that to come and end it, and he's rather the one in his government we are seeing worse things every day. Every day there was scandal. The patrol host we are aware of this, and right from 2017 up to when we went for election, every day and each scandal, mighty scandal. That president now be clear, Nipa no be clear agent. Look at recently the vaccine case. Look at what the president was saying. Yes, the president was defending Ajimaimanu. Have you seen it? Meanwhile, this man look at what he has done to the state. But the president came out and defended him. These are some of the things we are talking about. And we have seen several of them. Oslo scandal, Deben. It's just sometimes people ask themselves why these things are happening under Akufo-Addo. The one who said he was coming to protect the public purse, he is not corrupt, and Mahama was corrupt. We never saw this under Mahama. When we said Mahama's government painted it that is the word that we never saw this, not even quarter of it. You have done more than 400 times Are you getting it? And this is what is making the country go backwards. And this is what I'm saying instead. It cuts across all the various department in his government. And I see what baby. And these are people, his own party cronies are, it is believed, say, they help him in campaigning. Like me, usually Alfred Obi, as typical example by Kennedy Japan, or boy, internet, see, I didn't go to baby, or no timidity, name fast war. Scandal, no, all can once no, from 2017, you know, where contaminated for this number, near Toma Moving Pina, or more companies are MPP cronies in Atia, Enkwa, Bemukra, and register any Toma. Have you seen it? And what are they doing, my friend? They are amassing wealth into their pocket. And that is what is going on. So the only thing, and I make a choice, the only way forward for us to end this thing is to change the government. Period.
All right. It's to change the government, period. Ofaya Yadawa say, Nameka will say this program is being sponsored by Africa Media 247 group of companies. If you are looking for anything in terms of DJing, wedding reception, birthday parties, anniversary parties, grand openings, holiday parties, all types of events, DFW, even apart from DFW, if you invite the African Media 247, all these programs, African Media 247 will be there to deliver. They also are involved in wedding photographies, MCs, and host a lot of things. So you can reach us on this number 682-347-2915, 682-347-2915, 972-854-4175. And now to say, which me afraid and 469-769-2306. African Media 247. Dwumadie bia a wopɛ sɛ wodie bia woto nsa frɛ ya yɛba abɛhost ama pɛpɛɛpɛ ama na yɛ kama ama wo. Saa nso na Dawn International USA, Apostle David Osei, David Owusu, all the way from UK. David Owusu Ministries, Grace Arena Ministries, Dallas in Portemu Hanum location, Western Gallery Ballroom, Dallas, Texas. The time Saturday, October 30th, 2021. Don't miss this exciting event. Don't miss this exciting program. No, 32 signature apparel. My Hussein Crawford, more me flyer, yeah, Crawford, African Media flyer, bia is being created by New 32 signature apparel. New 32 signature apparel, or more Hefa, or more North. South Central Junction, ARS Church, no. So here BB FA graphic design, and I said large format printing, and I say T-shirt printing, screen printing, marks, caps, plastics, logos. BB person here, oh my God, where the won't cover BIO, and one say so we are butching up as or normal. On friend were not 32 signature. On baby biama and son what could do Ghana and po ama would you media who could abaso. Sa ubet me reach you on this number plus 233-244-617307. And I also say 233-2010-3790. Ubet me reach you on Instagram or no 32_signature. And I also say Twitter on no 32 signature. Now say Facebook. With me, reach you no 32 signature apparel. For almost na fat ubi printing all kinds of stuff. No 32 signature apparel. Ebeyama. Offer out.
Yes, sir.
What I mean? Now there's a bill in Parliament. And Nipa Bebe Eka Hwasem and the clergy. The Muslim community, the traditional community leadership, they are all talking about this bill. Say, and the government, this is the anti-LGBTQ bill at that parliament. Now, what is it that we should do as a society, your culture, your norms, you know, and this kind of bill? And how is this bill going to affect our economy in terms of foreign aid from developed countries.
Okay. Thank you very much. With the LGTB bill, not here. Wait, let me start it this way. You know, him say it is something that Ghanaians we frown on it. Our society frowns on it. In fact, also you're aware of that. Say this kind of gay and married lesbian thing, our society frowns on that. But also you're aware of that.
Bachani.
Very good. And Untina, before, you know, this pressure started way backwards when recently, right? During the time of President Mills, you know, say they were even trying to lure him, say, Nkobe accepted, say, your country no accepted this kind of gay and marriage something. You are aware of it, right? But the president at that time stood on his feet and told the edition by then that if it is because of that they are not going to give us money, we are ever ready to be out of their society. So what they are saying, why do you think President President Mills did that? It is just because our society as Ghanaians, you know, frowns on that, of which it is seen as satanic, and it is something we don't accept it in our country. And you can go away with it, and I'm not going to accept it today, tomorrow, or any other day. It is because we want to protect our country as a sovereign as a sovereign nation, that shouldn't be part of it. It doesn't mean, say, people are not practicing it anyway in the country. That's get me right, okay? And for years, I was sumasi, but the law, there is no law. We have not accepted the law. Say it should be accepted into the society. Until you want kophobia or moyeno, is sumasi, fine. But say. A money, ebetimi aba publicly abe ware ye jintum ene roll Mills, what do you call him? After Mills, Mahama came in. He felt the same thing. He also stood on his grounds and said the same thing. So what you say? It doesn't mean that those people, some people are there and they are saying, say, gay and married people almost were right. Nobody is saying they don't have right. But we are saying it based on the fact, say, our society frowns on those things. Are you getting what I'm trying to say here? And we shall not allow this thing to be passed, to be accepted into the society, where they can do whatever they want and then spoil the nation or spoil the youth for us. But when it came to President what do you call it? Akufo-Addo's turn, you remember he went for he was outside and he was interviewed about this thing, right? And he was questioned. He said it that if there is in the future, if the society keep on pressing, maybe it will be allowed. The system will be allowed in Ghana. And yes, I'm okay. I say a society no pressing for it. It will be allowed. Have you seen it? And it is during his time that this thing has been going. You see, the whole thing is that this government is behind the pushing up of for this gay marriage to be accepted. Because I see it clear from the way the president spoke that day. It means that the president had interest in that. I can say that from the way you even put it. How I'm coming. You asked me a question. I know a question will follow. You were saying, say yes, CNG bill and I say the same tomorrow. How is it going to affect us economically, right? It means these gay and married people are rich people that can help us in terms of donor support and stuff. And I believe strongly that this government is getting support from those kind of gay and married people. They sponsor them in their political parties and they have links with them. That is why you can see most of them are pushing for it. And there are a lot of people, faithful people in Ghana who belong to this political party that are pushing for this thing to be accepted. And let me tell you one thing. If we allow that, we are in America. Let me give you a typical example of America. I don't know, you are in Texas, right? I'm in New York. If you are in New York right now and you see things that are going on, it is just madness. Join the train and see. Go outside, go to Manhattan, go to Times Square and see what is going on today. It is just madness. Do we want to see this in our country? That is the first thing we have to ask ourselves. Have you seen it?
Yo.
Do you want to see this in our country? Are you getting it?
Listen, mommy.
Hello?
Yeah, me patch for anusi mommy.
Me from anusi, okay. And you know what we are trying to say, they say, yeah, like the bill was saying, like we don't want it to happen in our country. That's why they have made those things say, now, so obi you can report the person near there. But people are saying, say, it is against the rights of people, and we all have the right to live and stuff. Are you saying, say, we should bring this kind of demon into our country, where it will come and spoil the youth for us? I mean, we have to look at those aspects of it too. And yet the donor support now, sikano omube tamabre no, ama ekuobi anya humfaso no. But let's look at how it's going to affect the society and the youth that are coming up.
Okay, yeah, the CP of fire say what do I drink, Raba? Minia ifa. Ansara beba so ansara beba so Alaji say ochiamo. Alaji asende message so ochiamo na or bon ninia or fire. But so I say fireman or fire. Keep up the good job. It is our duty to unseat this government and bring back the nation builder to come and continue his work. Sana Alaji air catcher or fire. I say keep up the good job done. Ochia Nana Ifa Amiya on so Ifa the government once said that something like this will never happen in his watch. That is what he said. And now, even some clergy, like the Pentecost Church, has sounded strong warning to the government. Say, if the government doesn't pass this bill, their numbers, they have the numbers, and therefore they will vote the government out of power. What does this things have effect on the government? Again, as MPP government.
Your opinion now before that, my name say Mahama nation be the nation wrecker, the only vice president or Tisono allegedly now the president investigating for various corrupt practices. The corruption there is beyond imagine. And if we need unfortunately say NDC for money will be apart from Mahama because he has amassed so much work through thievery and corruption. Say he doesn't want to give chance to anybody greedy. He's just being greedy. And Yanko straight to LGBT. No, I said the way of fire, on appreciating the bigger aspects of the whole thing. Okay? You see, we need to understand, say, at the Bonnie Bia Air Kosu Maimubiano, all over the world, globally, will be benefited. That I say, America ha kunkuma with New York or we, and then we can di nipa yakuma munina, somebody is benefiting. And that is why it keeps going on and it keeps going on. It takes a bold leader once in a while to say, and you need to appreciate the LGBT things now also globally. Unfortunately, sir, we cannot speak to a particular problem in the country without adding political color to it. Oh, yes, I was saying, say, see, I say, Ubia, now down for Pani world gay acclaimed personality, Pana, Mahama. And then acquire to the point of an damn passway trap picture. And no had nothing in India, or Mukoya when you be a what acclaim a yearly dough. You see, one said, so what Mahama, any the way of communicating now, also social communication, and the him how to communicate for good, how to communicate for bad. And to baby with sharp teeth, any side man communicating in the system now. Most of this is coming from him because of the communism, propaganda, and side man. And to know who one will say, yeah, can't say me in so are they going to tell us, say, near Koswagane, Mahama downfall, our word acclaim personality, Onim Hobi, on sponsor be, and can Hobi. And what has Mahama told him to come and publicly say, a bit denounced, so I deal with the Yampene? Huh? He hasn't said anything about that. He hasn't convinced his word acclaimed gay guy. to say anything about it. NDC for no appreciate what is happening. First, a private membership bill. What I say, private membership bill means it is not coming from the government; it is coming from the Now, who can Obisu right to say said this and this and that? Now, Akotuan Power and Crawford, they are not against say regulate regulate. They are talking about constitutional and human rights issue. Now, what you or more carefully on punch, they say your society no abhor, which they recognize under the criminal code. If you are categorizing into natural knowledge. Open ye krom ha and I gave 4 years or move baby idea ye ko close no. Under which government? Under which government now? Or mu years or mu open office ye ko close to adie. So that say, enti ye nim ne ya na mo pesa mo ya o pesa wo kan kwa aban yi no. No. It is far from that. Just as all right to say, ebia say ni say nemra no. Sa na obi so fo so ade no say dia mo hihye no na nkoye. Enti mo hwɛ this aspect of it. And a very significant. Maybe say I am for the bill. As I see a passing that bill. I don't believe say a human rights. So that's an idea no batumbi. I'm making sure say I pass it. And so don't sit down there and think that some of us we don't have a mind of our own. And yet the problem now about in the country. Let us look at the bill. One say, Adeba kwaya na yani say. Omo be propaganda sa na yan konko hwade enim na omo contribute towards it. Omo be politics na we are not discussing the substance, but we are discussing motions and sentimentalities. We don't build a country on a obi sponsor private membership bill. Why a bill? Why in the parliament? What are the provisions in there, and how can we contribute? Either way, it will end up in the Supreme Court, just as it ended up in the Supreme Court today. Yeah, you see, you need to understand governance. So one tears yes, sir. Now push it towards one person, you're gonna miss the bar. American society, a lot of people don't agree. There is a statistical number. They are being killed here in America. You need to protect them because of me, a human being. Game for near feeling no. What I say, near personal practice no. Okay? My main fan to be to say, maybe people will disagree with this my analysis. I'm robbery, out. You see, any idea allowed in the country, but the cost of stealing, corruption, any idea allowed in the country, a cost of. But unimra one church near manimia obi betima kwakwa ya de bi kura opanyini untimi mfambra bia ne ho ade beche no enti amra na wo ho the existing mra no parliamentarians need to say your mandate na enye wide enough, it doesn't cover because those days no enema bi bebre asisi na say an aspect bi no meba opanyini mi si no an aspect bi menene ya de. Yen try say we would discuss our national issues without bringing political color and look at the issues. Where is this thing coming from? And Gabi is expressing his views. Akotuan Power expressing his views. That group of people don't have people in there who are NDC, MPP, and all that. They are expressing his views based on more training, on experience, and what they think should be the case. Me, what I'm expecting, and I said, let us contribute towards making sure say law no be a defective. Baby, if you say you're harmful, no, you're here for but say you're passive, any other, we need to do it. And now, say, Nanado, Eka say, the time, na we are. Your person or training say, and yes, I'm no Babacasa or Maho say, we anyway, or Monconco, yes, I did. And what demonstrated practically. And what else do you want him to? And he discuss without mentioning him because I mention, I can say, now, my Becca say, Samuel, whenever. Nadam for Samuel or non again, Nadam for pa or launching a crack where you were honum. What I say, that man is very influential. Mahama Bet Makati and say, talk to your people and let them take. But Nkofono and they go through a secondary school recruiting people. What I say, and Mahama near this forward right to be or Monfam Fat Samuel, a so or Nadam for no so now on country they gave one and said, we don't need this thing. It is abhorrent to the values and the moral of Ghanaians, and we don't need that in the country. Naija said Nana Akufo-Addo, Edina Abobo.
na make I would say so do a video na to Hanum says here about 3:22 p.m. Our Dallas important Hanum H point no asugu so awutie enne ye ne yenua wo fire our deputy communication director NDC chapter New York ene twetwe nkomo sanso na yenua ifa ameya aye regular panelist and so wo line so ye ne twetwe nkomo enne nkomo twetwe no ye can be bifa missing the tour scandal, missing oil scandal, water. Sanso na ye can be biafa LGBTQ plus bill na that parliament. Ye discuss war parliament. Crofo extra madre ewo hono. Na ye breno ya ye be it no ye be ma of fire 3 minutes. No summarize it the akan na what the ya di dwumadi no abawie ye enti offer yaw 3 minutes sanso na ifa so benya 3 minutes na ya di dwumadi no abawie.
Thank you very much. Enti ne me wa meka ni say looking at the topic we discussed in earlier, you see about the tour and stuff. The only thing that can save us in order to bring to an end all that is going on in our country is to change the government in power. It's rather unfortunate that in 2020, Ghanaians went out for a change and nothing else. That change did happen, but due to some people, the government is still in power. So what we are trying to say now is that is why our president have said is that it is 2024 is going to be what? It is do or die. It doesn't mean we are going to kill people, but we are going to open our eyes very well and keep them on check. That is what we need to do. Because if you look at this current government, Mr. Host, let's take it from where they took it from Mahama government in 2016. What we heard from them, what they told Ghanaians about Mahama's government, that it was the worst, it was the porous, the corrupt, and that was the campaign message. Every platform the flag bearer will mount. That is what they do. They are is what is the word they use for Mahama? What word were they calling him? Incompetent. Have you seen it? They use the word incompetent. Means Mahama onya DNA me pacho onya sanetie. But today it means that we are going to get people that are competent. People that can do the job very well. But today, as I speak, if you just oppose that of Mahama's government in 2016 to what we are seeing today, these people, they don't even qualify for the word incompetent. Do you know what they qualify for? They are just completely useless. Because incompetent, if you look at their performance in government from 2016, 2017 to 20, anybody who will use incompetent for Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, he just want to be charitable. If you want to be charitable, you use the word incompetent for them. They are useless because comparing what Mahama was doing and they saw it as incompetent, what they are doing now is completely out of place and it is useless because President Mahama, the little he had, the little resources he had, about 40 or something billion he borrowed, he can make mention of mighty Terminal 3, University of Ghana Hospital, Kotokraba Market, Kumasi Kejetia, hospitals, Rich Hospital, all the district hospitals, 120 senior high schools in various stages of completion with hospitals and cocoa rows and staff. I'm mentioning mighty projects from the scanty that he borrowed. Today, people have borrowed 4 times. The whole 120 billion was Mahama's debt from Nkrumah to Mahama. Mr. Host, from Nkrumah to Mahama was 120 billion borrowed. We Mahama dear from Mahama dear about 60 or something. And no the IS Anyama when Kumasi Airport, Terminal 3, and Niemanu uncountable. And this we're going to create jobs. Obia Babe spending just within 5 years was spent. It's now only a bill year now. The debt 360 something billion. T123 now say wabora. He can't show us anything. The only thing they can, maybe 30 seconds. The only thing they can show us is poly tank and what? Toilets. Have you seen it? Which is meant for assemblymen to deliver. Government is delivering that. What have they used that money for? they borrow for consumption, they borrow for family and friends. And the government, as I speak today, Mr. Host, every Ghanaian is owing 10,000 Ghana cedis. 10,000 Ghana cedis. Individual, be a can so make a hole. A car will be a denono. Say, ye na nani ni one woman ever baby to Mama time no. No, say Mama boka. Let's say BC that ye na nana cancel one woman ever baby to that time. Pone do sao. And then that time debt to GDP ni 60 something point something. And then 80. So where are we going? So what I'm 30 seconds me part of the here. And what I'm trying to say is that this government must go, and we all saw it. They were voted out of power, but due to one or two people, the EC and the Supreme Court, that is why the government is in power. If you go on records, the government was voted out of power because Ghanaians did comparison between President Mahama's government in 2016 and that of what they are seeing. When he promised that he was coming to protect the public purse, he was coming to do things right. Ghanaians have seen that what he is doing is the worst. President Mahama is the nation builder, and they wanted him to back. That is why President Mahama was voted in 2020 to win the election and win more in majority in parliament to form a new government. But due to EC and what do you call it, Supreme Court, that is why the government is in power. He lost the election. So that is what I'm saying. 2024, it is do or die affair. Nobody will get a chance to give what do you call it? EC cannot get chance and give us 4 or 6 different electoral results, of which it will be accepted because Supreme Court will confirm it. Nobody is going to the Supreme Court there. They will be dead and rotting over there. Let me end it with this. I may patch up. I may 30 seconds. 30 seconds. There is a saying that me end it with this. Unim Shawati Sanjumueda. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you might have heard it. There is something in French and song where it says Premier Gao Nepa Gao, Mela deuxième Gao Senyata. What do you say? Ayanjung pa sa what ya avoid be a boy. Premier Gao Nepa Gao, Mela deuxième Gao Senyata. Dear Asia Chirani say, first fool is not a fool, but the second fool na be fool. So what happened there? No, it is not going to be repeated in 2024. That's why President Mahama said what? In 2024 is do or die. That is the meaning of Premier Gao. Nepa Gao, Mela deuxième Gao Senyata. First fool is not a fool, but the second fool, na him be fool. What they did in 2020 with the EC and the Supreme Court, Anime Boy and its unanimous FC will never happen in our land again. It is a win for the NDC. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Ofaya. Merci beaucoup. Minia Efa, Bacho Temenka. Hello, Minia Efa.
Yeah, Open Metonka.
Answer will wrap up. Allow you see me Musa say, can you to us say Nanado use what did Nanado use the 150 billion cedis loan he took for, and you are comparing that to the 4 years of John Mahama. So about the 150 million loan that Nanado took. That's what Alaji is asking you. But in a nutshell, wrap up, my summarize all that we have done today, and then we bring the program to an end. Many if I what you can. Many if I because if I line
Hello. Yes, so I want to make Yana me backstage. Yana the matter backstage. So to make
that's right, because
yeah, me da say catch you must say you bet me a debate debt. You bet me up debt near economy near debate. I don't have a problem with that. Akura what I say. But you make picture NDC for NTS and say, oh, we a bunch of criminals and liars. We say it is only NDC for and I will for Republic. I actually or Magum. The Babu Dino or Dino or honest no. Omunomboka kwatena say no makwa ko twa ntro obokwa ko hwemu no hwinim so ati ase NDC a violent political party. What they propose everything. Mahama Babeka and so they are violent. If some of allegedly the tape we buy, and they backed by all these kind of stuff. A violent political party. Now, do or die in 2024. All they want to do is to sacrifice Ghanaian because they don't believe say some people deserve to live. That is plain and simple. NDC here. Now, Omasa expose their
Yo, minua ifal la no ha adwen kakra ya na ko obesa baba na
on temenka
apede me chonka
aha ntinya meka nyina wante
dabi na
okay
line
okay sorry minim ne ntra yes ano nia me pa che ni say okay ma me summarize no quickly me time so audio betimi aka me say NDC omo ye ignorant
2 minutes 2 minutes.
No problem. Omo ignorance of government. Yaka governance omo ntiase. Now, omo talk about elections no ho. Mahama ho no se one electoral system ni robust. Asam court e ye demand no. E ma obo nsem say yes, your system ni fine. 2020 uko court one factory anko eno no de wo se enye na enu nti no declare war in 2024. Bring it on. The police and the army, they are ready. Mahama is ready because said they come from a violent political party. They are violent and they are bloodthirsty and they want to kill Ghanaians, just as they did in 2020 elections. No, Obia one way ne. Uti wa mugu mu say, kona koka say yen ene ye we ne ye. Ema amanfo wu ye no. They want to do the same thing. And Ghana police, it is not for something tina ameni police for no. The people that do not value their life because NDC for Mama is so Omaye so poor, and ignorant, and uneducated, and jobless. Say they don't care about their lives, and they want to die for NDC for because they've been trained to go out there and snatch ballot boxes and do court commotion. The security agencies are waiting for them, but we will tell them say they should value their life because on Pakura all can do and die. No, Nema exisa brotile school papa na that you ma be DMP no that is not what we say. A bad example of leadership. 2013 open here 20 ankwa ma wonti womprinti emmo so obehwe oma ho ade ankwa ma omo bia na that will vilify the state institutions a shame on to you what you say a party that is yeah opanyini
ebena time na so
Mate 30 seconds. A party that is full of criminals, they are liars, they are propagandists. All they do is they will not contribute to national debate. Nyandi siya bi a wahunu no pesika di enebe piemu. 2024, a MPP. Yen ye buy ye someone free SHS, ID cards, drones, health, any demanima development major. Opinion me samo happen wahu. Pualugu dam nkwano edwafo all NDC development enuntina Mahama in 08 talk say so what the development debate in elections you have a weak mind MPP before we don't believe that na me catch NDC for say Mahama person catch them so omunyina no they have weak minds using development as an election campaign to open na minchira bibia na e ka yanka ne yemu fanche
yo madam asipi onua wafaya medawase sanso na ifa ameya medamwase se namunya emre ene yetwetwe nkomo hit point so ene odofo yede dwumadie ne nyina abawiye na yene yenua ofaya a wo deputy communication director NDC New York chapter etwetwe nkomo ene wantimi alaji entimi ama nti ofaya obesi na namu ene yetwetwe nkomo kama sanso na yene regular panelist ifa ameya etwetwe nkomo odofo yedamwase na me kai would say menua wuku mechiao wo watch here live sanso na Daniel Ablon so watch here live from Ghana menua mechia mu nyina na edru kwasiada wa unim say African media dwumadie no ye line so ye hot ye nti every hit point so na me catch say twen yen elder ye bibia Emmanuel Boateng or the breakthrough hour na brain exactly 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. So don't flip your dial from here. that is bringing us the breakthrough hour. And you know, order for a new affiliate free her. Samson America will say, Yamaini and Dache, Yamaini and Dache, Adom Hima Joba, Adom Hima Joba. Yamami Adom Juma, so the Otidina, wow, Adom Hima Joba, Eddie Yamaini and Dache show, Abe exactly 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And you know, and you affiliate free Hanum, Namika will say, African Media 247 so no asugusu awutie head point or some for some kodua your friend Chiku and I'm de adwumadie ne ebrewo na me free adwumadie ne so of the form na me level with this 6 principles of life, 6 principles of self responsibility. And no na me di jaw na I say bye bye to dwumadie no. 1, instead of criticizing others, be quiet. So instead of criticizing people, you just have to be quiet. 2, instead of complaining, make a good suggestion. So instead of complaining all the time, you just have to make a good suggestion. 3, instead of looking for a culprit, find a solution. Instead of looking for a culprit, find a solution. 4, instead of playing the victim, strive to become a winner. Instead of playing the victim, strive to become a winner. 5, instead of justifying your mistakes, learn from it. Instead of justifying your mistake, you need to learn from it. And 6, instead of judging others, judge your own attitudes. Other 4, these are 6 principles of life. Self-responsibility di jaw ene awie na mda se ene wo do afidie ne to African Media 247 dwumadie no same time next week wo be hu ye YouTube wo sa be hu ye Facebook live the same time next week ye dis no dwumadie no be sa bro eye wo so fo sam wo kodua na mde dwumadie ebre wo enti no ye dwumadie no abawie ye